Did you know that Cisco Control Hub gives all these stakeholders in your company the insights they need to understand how their video-enabled workspaces are being used and how to optimize them? Today, I'm going to walk you through some real-life questions from each one of these stakeholders and show you how Cisco Control Hub can easily provide those answers. Okay, looks like I'm getting a call already from my VP of Collaboration.
Good morning. We made a significant investment in Cisco video devices last year. Can you show me whether people are actually using them? And is usage trending up or down?
Let me take a look. If I see in Control Hub under Analytics and Devices, we have 136 active devices, which is up almost 20% over the past 30 days. They've been used for about 13,000 hours, which is pretty good. Total device usage is up actually 3%, and average usage per device is also trending up at 91 hours per device. So that means that devices are used more than 50% of the time. So all in all, it looks like adoption is trending in the right direction.
Great. But are people using the advanced features like wireless sharing, whiteboarding, or USB pass-through?
So let's take a look. I can see that folks are still using mostly wired for content sharing. So I think we're going to need to amp up that adoption campaign that we were putting in place to educate folks on using wireless share. You know, old habits die hard. Now, as I look, electronic whiteboarding, we certainly have some room for improvement there. With regards to USB pass-through, not a lot of usage, which I think is actually a good thing. Folks are no longer using their laptops to join meetings, so I think that's going well. So looking at this data, I imagine our corporate communication folks are happy because I'm showing a lot of hours of digital signage being used on our devices. So hopefully that gives you an idea. Hopefully that helps you get a sense of how the devices are being used. So I got another call coming in from my IT director. Hopefully I can answer his questions.
Hey John, I need to know which devices are performing well and which are underused.
Sure, let me take a peek at the average usage by device type chart. I can instantly see the most utilized and the least utilized devices here, and it looks like the board 75 is pretty popular.
Can we identify which rooms are hardly used?
Yeah, if I scroll down to the device details table, I can sort by hours to find the most or least utilized devices across our entire enterprise. So if something isn't being used, we can drill down into that device and look at its environmental data in that workspace. That might be one reason it's underutilized. It may just be in a bad location in the building. But let me send you this table and you can look at it in a lot more detail at your leisure.
Can you also tell me what meeting types are accessed most on the devices? I am trying to figure out if folks are adopting a lot of the interop features that we have rolled out.
Yep, I can see that the video devices are being used to access Microsoft Zoom as well as WebEx. So our investing in the Cisco platform that supports interop is really paying off. Now I've got a call coming in from my VP of Real Estate. She always has interesting questions.
Hey John, I need to understand how people are using our spaces. Which room types are most popular? You know, open space, meeting rooms, huddles. Also need a sense of which locations are the most occupied over the last month.
Sure, if I look at workspaces under Analytics, Control Hub will give me a breakdown of the most popular workspace types by usage hours. And open spaces seems to be the most popular looking at this chart. And if I look at occupancy, Bedfont Lakes has the highest occupancy from a location perspective. I can also see the workspace type usage trending over time, which seems pretty consistent over the past 30 days. What I can also show you is a table that has the most and least occupied workspaces. So you can sort it by occupancy hours, and so you might be able to use that offline to do some analysis as well.
Also, can you show me the percentage of ghost meetings? We keep hearing that rooms look booked, but nobody's using them.
Yeah, with respect to ghosted meetings, looks like 35% of scheduled meetings are in fact ghosted. And of course, those are meetings where no one shows up when they're scheduled. I can see that this is trending up a bit, so obviously we'll need to try and get ahead of that, but this is a good chart to see whatever policies you're putting in place, if they're having an impact over time. But what I can do, I can share with you this daily chart that you might find useful. I hope all this helps. Now, this is a call from my director of facilities. I hope I can help him.
Hey John, I need your help. We believe some rooms aren't being used because of poor environmental conditions. Can we see temperature, humidity, air quality, or noise issues? And can we see trending of those conditions over time?
Yes, Control Hub gives us environmental data trends for each room. Now here's an example. I can take a look at this particular room to see if there are any environmental issues. It's pretty cool that our video devices actually capture all of this environmental data, and we didn't need to deploy any additional sensors. So as I look at this room, in this case, there doesn't appear to be any environmental issues. Now, if you have any suspected rooms with environmental issues that you want to investigate further, let me know and I'll look it up. I hope this helps. So I guess I'm in really high demand today. Now this call is from my director of sustainability. I really hope I can help her.
Hi, John. I am working on our annual ESG report. I need our energy consumption and carbon emissions data for all video devices. Can Control Hub provide that?
Yes, Control Hub has a sustainability dashboard which shows the total energy consumed by all devices and the estimated carbon emissions.
I also heard that there's some sort of sleep setting that helps us conserve energy. Is that right?
That's right. The dashboard also shows me the potential annual energy and carbon emission savings. So if we set something called office hours, which tells the devices to enter a low power mode automatically outside of working hours, what Control Hub will do, it'll tell us exactly how much carbon and energy we can potentially save. Now this call I was expecting is from the Workplace Experience Lead.
Hey John, do we have any reports that show when meeting rooms are being used over or under capacity? For example, too many people in a small room or just a couple of people in a large room? I'm trying to understand whether we have the right mix of room sizes. Appreciate it if you could help me out.
Sure, let's see. Here's a chart that shows how many workspaces are actually being used over time. This will give us a sense of how successful our return to office is trending by giving us some insight on how many spaces are actually being occupied. I can also filter this by location and even floors, but I don't think this is exactly what you're asking for, is it? I think this is more in line with what you're asking for. This is a chart that shows number of workspaces that either had too many people in it or too few people in it, which is an indication that there's some sort of mismatch between types of rooms and demand for those rooms. Maybe you need more huddle rooms, or maybe you need more larger rooms at certain locations. Now we can filter this by location to give you a more granular view. Now here's a case of a 10-person meeting room that this chart I think is really interesting. You can see that over the past 30 days, it had a maximum of 5 people. Remember, this is a 10-person conference room. So there's only been an average occupancy of 1.4 people in this 10-person conference room. So this could potentially be a room that would be a good candidate to split at least into 2 5-person conference rooms rather than have that single 10-person conference room. So just let me know what rooms you're interested in, and I can pull these utilization metric reports to see if we can further adjust our room category mix to better serve everybody. So as you can see, each stakeholder comes with a different set of questions, and Control Hub gives us one place to provide those answers with data, insights, and context for every role across IT, real estate, facilities, collaboration, and sustainability. This is the value of a truly intelligent workplace platform powered by Cisco.